Hey guys, this is Licious Kid from Climax Combo, and we're back with another deck profile. This will be my Love Life deck profile, and this will feature the new cards in the School Idol Festival Volume 2 booster. As you can see right off the bat, the front card does have the new School Idol Festival Maki RR. So yes, this will feature the new cards. This deck is red-blue, and like always, if you want to see the deck in action, link will be in the description below. So yeah, this deck was supposed to be like a semi-serious / semi-joke deck. Like when the Volume 2 booster came out, I wanted to try out a couple new things, so I took out yellow and I just wanted to experiment with the other colors. After playing this deck for a while, I really do enjoy it. There's a couple cards in here that I would take out for other cards, and I will tell you what they are as I go on. But yeah, I guess with that out of the way, I guess I'll get right to it. Just me today, so I'm making sure everything looks good. Okay, so first off, we have this Maki 003K. Oh no, I'm sorry, 002K. When she's played from hand to stage, you can pay cost, which is discard a card. If you do, look at the top 4 cards of your deck, choose a blue character, show it to your opponent, add it to your hand, and the rest of them go to the waiting room. Really good card. It can only grab blue, which kind of sucks, but still it's really good. This is like one of the main reasons why I wanted to run like a blue heavy deck, because of this Maki, because I think it has a really good effect. And second of all, as you guys can tell, and you guys keep up with the channel, and I'm sure then you guys know I really like Maki, so one of the main reasons why I wanted like a blue heavy deck. So yeah, only 3 of these. I would probably run 4 if I owned a 4th one, but I don't. So actually 3's good, but maybe a 4th one, I don't know, but you could go with 4. Anyways, up next we have these 00 Eddies. The best card in the new booster, 0025. It's a runner, so at the beginning of your opponent's attack phase, you can mill the top card of your library. So put the top card of your library and put it to the waiting room. If the card that you put to the waiting room was a music character, which is every character in the deck, you can move this card to another row, to an empty border in the front row. Really good. I'm sure most of you guys do know by now that our runners are excellent, and if your set owns a runner, you should probably be running it. So yeah, 4 of these Eddies. You know, every Love Life deck, you gotta have 4 of them now. Up next, we got these Makis, 004K. When she's played from hand to stage, you must mill the top 2 cards of your library. If any of those cards are a Climax, you must put her to rest. Big body and a free mill. Yes, she has to go to rest if you hit a Climax, but that's not too big of a problem. And late game, she acts as a free 2 mill, so it's good. Next up, we have these Suiciders. They're both the same card, just alternate art. They're stock Suiciders for level 0s. So when this card reverses an opponent's character, and that character, or when this card gets reversed and the opponent's character is level 0, put that character to stock, and the first card in their stock goes out. So stock Suicider is awesome. And the art's really cute on these as well. Next up, we have one of these 00 Kotoris. She's 0015. She's also level 0 Suicider. However, the character opposite of her cannot move to another slot. So it's mainly here for anti-runner. Like if you put this in front of a runner, they can't run because she specifically says they can't move to they can't move. And also like later into the game, you can try to lock down an opponent's card. Like if they have like level 3, you can just side against it. Yeah, you don't deal any damage. However, next turn, that level 3 can't move anywhere thanks to this Kotori. And yeah, pretty cool card. Really good at level 0 and has decent utility throughout the rest of the game. Next up, we have 2 of these Rins. They're 001500. What she does is, first of all, when you use a startup ability, so like if you use a Brainstorm, I don't have much startups, but anyway, so if you use a startup ability, you can give one of your characters plus 500 power until the end of the turn, and this effect can only happen up to once per turn, so only once per turn. However, she is a Brainstorm. You can pay 1, put her to rest, mill top 4 cards of your library, and for every Climax you hit, search your deck for the same amount and add it to your hand. So plus Brainstorm at level 0 with good startup ability. So overall, Rin's really good. And this is one of the cards I would probably swap out. This is a 00 Honoka 1500. It's a 500 global for Honokas only. So 500 global for Honokas. That's not really relevant in the deck. But also you can pay 1, rest her, mill top 4 for every Climax you hit, salvage the same amount. This card I'm kind of like iffy about because the deck is red-blue, but as you can see, the only 2 red cards I have for level 0 are these two. So like this helps my red count a little, but like, and it does salvage, which is nice. But I don't know, like I ran this, like I wanted 3 of these, but I realized I don't own 3 of these. I only own 2 of these, so I added the Honoka, and it's pretty good. But you can change this for Arin, but like, cause her first effect is like nothing, but she salvages, and she does help the color count, so it's okay. But you know, if you can, I would say maybe run 3 Rins instead of the Honoka. And that's my level 0. That's 3, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 15. Next up, we have 3 of these Rins. She's a 105k, but what she does is at the beginning of your opponent's attack phase, you can pay cost, which is 1, and you must discard the level 3 Happy Maker Rin. This specific card, this is the level 3 Happy Maker Rin. At your beginning of your opponent's attack phase, you must pay 1 and discard this card from your hand. If you do, choose her and 1 other character and give them plus 3k power until the end of the turn. Next up, we have 3 of these Kotoris. They're 103k, level 1 Suiciders. And they also have a Climax combo, which I'm actually running. This is kind of like the joke part I was kind of talking about, like the semi-joking, because I never ran this until now. But it does combo with the Blind Stock 1 Soul. It is a Blind Stock 1 Soul. On attack, you can pay cost, which is 1. If you do, give 2 of your other characters plus 3k power until the end of the turn. 2 of these Kira Kira Sensation Maki, they're 105k, but on play, she gets 500 power for every music character you control, including herself. So if you play her and you have a full field of music, when you do, she gets plus 2/5, so she'll be a 1075. So pretty good. 2 of these Hanayos, they're a 1065. What she does is that if you have 2 or more music characters, or during your opponent's turn, if you have 2 or more music characters, which is really easy to do, she gets plus 15, so she's a 118k during your opponent's turn, which is pretty good. Next up, we have 1 of these 1-1 Hanayos, 6k. She has Clock Encore, and every time another music character attacks, she gets plus 1k for the turn. So if 2 other characters attack before this Hanayo, she gets plus 8k, or she becomes a 118k on offense, which isn't too bad. This, I don't own a 3rd one of the Dancing Stars on Me PR, because this is a PR, so it can be a little hard to get. So I chose this 1-1 because that's Clock Encore and it's strong on offense. So like this one should be this, but I mean this card is okay. Next up, we have these. Oops, get the hollow one out. We have 2 of these 1-0 Hanayos. They're a 1-0 1500, and it's a 500 front assist and a +1 level assist. And also, on play, you can give an Hanayo character plus 1500 power until the end of the turn. There's not that many Hanayos, but as you can see, there's a couple Hanayos. And lastly, we have this 1-0 1500 no cost backup. It has a change, but I don't run it, so I'm not going to explain it. Just a 1500 no cost backup. And that's it for level 1. That's 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, level 1. Next up, we have this 2-1 Rin. She's a level assist in front, and she has another effect where you can pay. You can tap 2 characters and give another character the following effect until the end of the turn. Where if that character reverses an opponent character in battle, you can draw a card and then discard a card. So not bad. It's mainly here for the level assist, but sometimes I do choose to tap the 2 to get the free hand fix when my character kid does kill something. Next up, we have this Hanayo. She's a 2-1-7-5. However, okay, when she's battling an opponent, when she's battling a level 3 character, she gets plus 4,500 power. So she becomes a 12k if she's fighting a level 3. When she's attacking a level 3, do keep that in mind when she's attacking a level 3. And also, when she kills an opponent's character, you can put that character to the bottom of its owner's deck. So This card's pretty cool. It's anti level 3, so your opponent runs a 2-3 change. Usually it costs them a decent amount of resources. You can slap down this Hanayo on them. It's 2/1, 12k, because it's fighting a level 3. And when you kill it, it goes to the bottom of the deck. So they can't encore it, they can't do anything about it. So that's why I like one of these Hanayos. Pretty cool. And lastly, this is also like another jokey card. I just really like the art on this Maki. So it's 2/1 3k backup. I mean, I guess there's better options, but I like this art too much, so I'm running it. And that's it for level 2, because I'm sure you guys know by now, Blue in Love Live does have these level 3 Makis. They're 3/2, 9k. If you have 6 or more Climaxes in your waiting room, it loses 1 level in your hand, so it can't come out at level 2. On play, you draw 2, discard 1, and for every music character you control, gets plus 500 power. So if you have full field of music, before assist, she's 3/2, 11k, which is pretty strong, especially at level 2. Next up, we have the Happy Maker Leans himself, 3/2, 10k. What she does is on play, you can pay an extra 1. If you do, choose 2 of your opponent's cards in their waiting room, put the rest of the cards in the waiting room, except the 2 you chose, put them back to the deck, shuffle them, and yeah. So when you play her, of course, you look through your opponent's waiting room, you choose 2 Climaxes, your opponent puts the rest of their cards back into their deck, and you essentially make them refresh without 2 Climaxes. It's certain situations it can be pretty good. I guess I'll talk about it more when I go to how I play the deck level by level. Next up, we have 2 of these Honokas. They're 3/2, 10k. What she does is she heals on play, and she has a startup where you can pay 1, discard a card. If you do, she gets plus 3,500 power, and the effect of when she reverses an opponent's character in battle, you can put that character to the top of its owner's deck. So, really solid card. And lastly, or no, not lastly, next up we have 2 of these Umis. They're 3/2, 10k. What she does is on play, you can reveal the top card of your deck. If that card is a music character, which every character is, like I said, your opponent takes 1 damage. And also she has another effect of, as a startup, you can pay 1, rest 2 characters. If you do, choose an opponent's level 0, it can be front or back row, and send that character to the waiting room. And lastly, only 1 of these Hanayos is a 3/2, 10k. What it does is on play, you draw 2, discard 1, and it also combos with the pants here. When you attack with the pants, you may pay cost, which is pay 3, discard 2. If you do, put her back to stand, or give her 3k power and put her back to stand. So yes, it's on attack. So when she attacks and you pay cost, and then if your opponent overpowers it by backing up, or you're just too weak, then she will go to reverse and she can't go back to stand. So do keep that in mind. When you double attack, you have to reverse the opponent's character, or else she can't double attack. And if you pay cost and she doesn't double attack, then you pay 3, discarded 3 for nothing, and that really sucks. So do be careful with this Hanayo. And that is all for level 3. That's 2, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 level 3s. And lastly, the Climax lineup: 2 Blind Stock, 1 Soul, 4 Gates, 2 Pants. And that is the deck. And I guess I'll talk about how I play level by level. Just give me a second to organize things. Okay, so level 0, you definitely want to get the runner out. Runner, first turn, ASAP. The faster you get the runner out and the longer she stays, the better, because you know, by now runners run around all over the place and they help you generate a lot of hand size and stock, so that's really good. You know, try to get Rin out in the back row, because she's good. She just brainstorms for you all day, and every time you use a startup, so if you brainstorm or if you use like a backup, then you can give an extra 500 power, which is, you know, not bad. And of course, you can beat stuff up. If you can't kill it with the runner, you can kill it with the stock suicider, the normal the anti-runner suicider, or the 4K itself. You know, can't get over with the runner. Use a combination of these 3s to kill it. And yeah, of course, you have your level 0 Maki. She's really good all game. She helps you get the necessary pieces for level 1, level 2, level 3. She helps you discard climaxes, keep your hand free from, you know, being clogged with climaxes, and she's a good setup for the level 3 Maki. So overall, this Maki is really great. The deck, as you see, there is some red cards, but like out of all the games I've played with this deck, I've only missed, like I've used her effect, I only missed with her effect once. So like 90% of the time, you will hit a blue character with the level 0 Maki. So yeah, she's super good all game. And yeah, level 1, just a normal, generate stock, try to efficiently trade 1 for 1, and try to get the runner out ASAP. On to level 1. At level 1, you definitely want to have at least one of the Happy Maker Rings in your hand, because you can use it in conjunction with your 105k. You know, they attack, or at the beginning of your attack phase, you pay 1, discard this, and you give her and something else 3k. Can be really annoying for your opponent to deal with, and sometimes they just can't deal with it. And so this card is pretty hilarious for that reason. You're like paying 1, discarding 1 to save 2 characters, which is pretty cool. On release, I made fun of this card, but now that I'm playing it, I actually kind of like it. So yeah, pretty awesome. So yeah, definitely try to keep this in your hand. The deck is pretty defensive. You run try to get the 1-0 Hanayo out in conjunction with the 1-1 Dancing Stars on Me PR, because like with this setup, she's on your opponent's turn, she's a 1-0, or she's a 1-1 8-5 level 2, and that can be really hard to deal with. Like that's a lot of power on defense. You still have your backup, so like it can be hard. And if you use it with this Rin, like you can give her and this, you can give this Rin and this 1 plus 3k with her effect, and then like that's 8-5, 11-5. Yeah, it can be like 11-5 on defense, which is really, really annoying to deal with. So yeah, I like these two, like these 3 together can be a pretty good defensive option to deny your opponent like advantage. So I think that's really cool. I like that a lot. And of course, you know, the deck does have some firepower. If you can't kill it, you can use a conjunction of either the 1-0 Maki, you know, because if you play her like this, she gets plus 2-5. So she'll be a 1-0-7-5, which is definitely pretty strong for a 1-0. And of course, you still have the Suicider to go along with it, because it's a level 1 Suicider. So she can deal with, you know, they can't deal with it, then just slam Kotori into them. You have the 1-1. I'm not too sure about this card. I don't play it too often. Like I said, I think if I had one more of the 1-1 Hanayo, I would probably take this out for the 1-1. But I don't. So right now she's in here, and she's okay. Like, she's just honestly okay. And yeah, don't forget, backups are startups. So like when you have this, you could back up, and it'll be 8k, 9-5, 10k. So 10k with just a 1-0 backup. Really strong on defense, and can be really hard for your opponent to deal with. And they can't really side attack because you have the +1 level assist. So so you know, that's how I built the deck around. You also have the Climax combo. You also have the Climax combo here. Honestly, like, I don't really do it. I'm probably gonna take this out for something else. Yeah, so you're probably better off changing these into like pants or like more gates or something, because you know it hasn't really been working out for me, to be honest. But it's not too bad, because like my idea was like I have strong cards on defense, and then I could use like Climax combo and like these 3 to be strong on offense. So that was the idea, but it's like this Climax combo is whatever. I think I'll just run the Suicider just by herself. And that's it for level 1. And it sounds like a lot of setup, and it kind of is a lot of setup, but the awesomeness of, where'd she go? The awesomeness of the 1-0 Maki helps like achieve this really easily. Like having this in your hand, having this and this and this on the field, not too hard with this Maki, so that's why I really like her. And that's it for level 2. Or level 1. Level 2, same thing, but try to get out the level 3 Maki ASAP, because she's just really hard to deal with for your opponents. And yeah, like I said, once again, the Maki helps achieve this. Helps you discard climaxes, helps you get climaxes from your deck to the waiting room, etc., etc. These two work really well together, so another reason why I like this Maki. Of course, if your opponent has a level 3, you can put the Happy Maker, or the Kita Kita Sensation, Rin, or Hanayo, because she's really good at killing level 3s. So yeah, that's why she's here. So if they have a level 3, try to kill it with her. And if they don't, then dominate the field with the level 3 Maki. And that's it for level 2. And level 3 is honestly, like, I'm not gonna lie, it's not the greatest. Like, the level 3 Honoka is really good, because it heals, and it's like a pseudo game ender, and it's like anti-encore, so you can put something on top, deny them the encore, and helps you push for more damage. So Honoka is really good, but do keep in mind she's the only healer in the deck, and I only run 2. I really couldn't find more space for more like Honokas, so that's why I only have 2. So like, yeah, I like the level 3 lineup is really tight, because also I run the Happy Maker Rin. She's not a bad card at level 3. She's mainly here just to use in conjunction with the 1-0. But, and like, she's okay, because I don't run her Climax combo. So she's pretty much here just for the 1-0. And she's here for her on-play ability. You play her, you make them refresh, but with 2 less climaxes. In certain situations, it can be really good. Like if your opponent has like 3 climaxes in their waiting room, and like 20 cards in their waiting room, then putting her down is really good, because you make them put 1 climax back, and you make them put the extra 20 cards in. So they got 1 climax back, but they took in 20 extra character cards. So that's 20 extra potential damage they can take. So like that, in that situation is really good. But there's just some situations where like Rin really sucks. Like if your opponent has like 4 climaxes in their waiting room and like 6 characters, then it's like not good, because you make them refresh with like 3 climaxes, but you give them 6 characters. Like you give them 6 potential damage, but you give them 3 extra cancels. You see what I mean? So like only in certain situations is Rin good. So like Rin helps you like push for more damage, but she doesn't guarantee any damage. So she's not like a real game ender, and she's only good in certain situations. So like, yeah. So I think she's still a pretty good tech card, but like do keep in mind like she's not that great. And like one of these Hanayos, I would like try. I wanted to add more, but I only own 1. So, and I honestly can't find space for more Hanayos. So like that's kind of the problem. So this Hanayo, it's not the greatest game ender because it's really heavy, and it can be stopped if your opponent has strong characters or strong backups, or if they just don't have any, or yeah, like that. But it's the only game ender in blue, and like red's game ender is this one. And the last card I'm going to talk about is the Umi. On play, reveal top. If it's a music, they burn 1. You don't have any top checks, so like it can be a little scary, because if you reveal Climax, then Umi is really kind of bad. But most of the time, you do hit a character, because there's no events in the deck, so there's only 42 characters, 8 climaxes. You can kind of count your climaxes and see how the probability of how successful Umi will be. But most of the time, she does work out for me. So like these are your game enders. These 4 are your game enders. And like I said, like Honoka, she's really good. She's a healer, and she's like a pseudo game ender. She doesn't guarantee damage, but she like helps you push for damage. Hanayo's combo is really expensive, and I only own 1 Hanayo, so like there's that. And Umi, sometimes she fails, and when she fails, like all hell goes to lose. And also, since there's only 2 Honokas, I only have 2 healers, so like in the long run, you're not gonna really survive. So yeah. So that there's that. And that is the deck profile. The deck does have a couple problems. Like I said, I want the level 3 lineup to be a little stronger, but I don't know what to do with it. But, well, actually, I do know what I'm going to do with it. But this is what I'm running right now. I'm having a lot of fun with this deck. I think it's pretty good, and yeah, I mean, I don't know what else to say. I'm having a lot of fun with this, and I think it's pretty good. But there are a couple alternatives you can make, and I think I will probably be making these changes as well. So you can take out all of the red completely and trying to make this more of a mono blue deck. And you should, and I'm planning to do that with like just for like these 3 cards, just to make it more Rin centric. Because there's this card, there's the Love Wing Bell event, where you can, it's a model Saika Wish. So you play this, you choose a Rin, and if you guys don't know who Rin is, she's a Rin. You choose a Rin, you put it to the waiting room. If you do, choose the top card of your clock, add it to your hand, and this card goes to memory. So it's exactly like Saika's Wish, however, it's only for Rins. And I was planning to make the deck mono blue, so I can use advantage of this heal event and advantage of a couple other cards. And to do so, like I was gonna use this Rin instead of this. Where is she? Instead of this Maki, honestly, you should be running this Rin over this Maki, because they have the exact same effect, but this Rin works in conjunction with the Love Wing Bell. I only ran the Maki over the Rin because I like Maki, but you know, in a serious aspect, I should have ran the Rin so I could run in conjunction with these two. But definitely, I would add the Love Wing Bell, take out the 1-0 Maki, to put in the 1-0 Rins, because they have the exact same cards, effect-wise, but this one works in conjunction with Love Wing Bell. And lastly, change up the level 3 lineup, so that way I can have a couple of level 3 Rins. So that way, once again, I can use in conjunction with the Love Wing Bell event. And I think that are like the main changes I'll make to the deck. Probably take out the red cards, add in more blue cards, and make it so I can use Love Wing Bell, Rin, and the 1-0 Rin. And yeah, I think it should be pretty good. Definitely, I think it's a pretty strong contender for a Love Life variant deck of your choice. And that is all for my deck profile, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Like I said, it was supposed to be kind of like not too serious at the start, but in the end, I really did enjoy it. And I do plan on changing the deck so that way it can be a bit better, because right now, I think if I make the changes with the Rin cards, I definitely do think it will be a lot better. But I really like the whole 1-1 Hanayo with the 1-0 assist in the back, with the 1-0 Rin in conjunction with the 3-2 Rin. I think it's a lot of fun. But yeah, that is all for my deck profile, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you have any question or comments, like always, do leave them below. And until next time, yeah.